Hey, what's up, you guys? Matt Thibeau here with Savant Marketing Agency. And in this video, we're going to review a Facebook ad that came across my feed. And I wanted to break down a little bit of an audit based on the ad and my thoughts on it so that you can have a better idea of how to make your ads much, much better. So we're going to go through this. Obviously, this is a Facebook ad, a lead generation ad for a painting and drywall company, and they've got a couple things going on here that's good. They also have a couple things that could definitely be improved significantly. And so I want to walk you through some of the things that stood out to me, because I think that a lot of contractors would see an ad like this and think, wow, like this looks good, blah, blah, blah. But there's a lot of like little, maybe like some psychological aspects of this that I think were kind of like missed. And I think that there were opportunities here that they could have done something and then they didn't. I blurred out the name of the company just because I'm not affiliated, and I don't want to put them on blast or anything. That's not really the point of this video. We just want to review the actual marketing. So let's go through it. So first thing, I'll read the actual copy on the ad. So it says, Ottawa homeowners, we're offering 10% off all painting and drywall services this week only. Company name, only has 10 spots left to claim the 10% off discount this week. Here's why you should choose us. 10% off interior painting and drywall services, free estimate, satisfaction guaranteed, 1-year warranty included, fast services. Click below to get your 10% discount or a free no obligation estimate. And then we see the ad creative, and then the call to action is claim 10% off today. So let's talk about some of the things that they did good first. I might jump around all over the place just as it comes to me in my mind, but let's talk about some of the things they did good. So I liked that they did in the copy here, they said Ottawa homeowners, like they did a call out, right? So they say, hey, if you're in Ottawa and you're a homeowner, check this out, right? So that's really good. I also liked the fact that they have some kind of offer in their ad, right? They're doing 10% off. We'll talk more about that, but they have an offer that they're doing. And that's great because they're trying to grab attention. The other thing that they did is they added some scarcity into this ad, right? So they said like, hey, we only have 10 spots left. And then, it's only going for this week. So they're trying to add what's called scarcity so that you feel like you need to take action right now. Whether or not that scarcity is real, like I hope they're being ethical with the 10 spots, right? Is another question, and I can't comment on that. The other thing that they did is they said, here's why you should work with us. So they gave like maybe some benefits of like working with them. So they said, we're fast, we have free estimates, satisfaction guarantee, we have a warranty. And then at the end, they did give a call to action. They said, hey, click below and you can get your estimate or you can get the discount, right? And so, the copy of this ad is pretty decent. They also, they made a nice looking creative here we can see, and they said, hey, we're in Ottawa. And, so I would say that like this ad is like an average ad, right? So let's go into some of the things now that could have been improved that I think, would have made a big difference in this. So first off, the offer, let's talk about that. 10% off. Realistically, let's be real here. Like 10% off, I would say probably most businesses that do a 10% off offer, they're just raising their price by 10%. And so a 10% offer really, like, for the business, it's like not a real offer. And then for the homeowner, it's not really that attractive of an offer anyway, because most people will do it. Like it's not something that really stands out. So to be honest, it's kind of just a useless offer. It's also a price related offer. So anybody who reaches out to this ad is like, I need that 10% off this week, or like, I'm not going to get that painting done. It's like, so do you really want to work with someone like that? I don't know. Maybe it's up to you, but I wouldn't recommend that. The other thing is that they have two elements of scarcity happening here. So they say this week only. And then they also say, hey, we only have 10 spots though for this. So they made the mistake of doing like they did both. They did exclusivity and they did scarcity. So not only is it ending this week, but we only have 10 spots left. And it's like, I get maybe they're saying that because they're really trying to like crank up the scarcity, but it's just not believable enough. The problem with it too, by saying this week only, is that you need to actually give like a deadline of when that's ending, right? So you can't just say this week only. You need to say this offer is valid until April 25th, 2023, and then it's over or something. Like give like an actual date and ideally a time, like at 12 p.m. EDT or whatever, Eastern time. So that would have been way better if they were very specific with the time ending. And I would have just gotten rid of the 10 spots because it's just unnecessary. And also, like, realistically, if you're going to get 12 people reach out to you, are you going to deny the other two? Like, it's not really believable for this specific case. Let's talk a little bit about what they go into here in like the benefit stuff. So it's like, here's why you should choose us. So they just repeat their offer, 10% off. Again, we just spoke about that. Free estimate. I mean, okay, maybe. Like most contractors will offer a free estimate. It's almost like an expectation now. So I don't know if it's really something you should say, to be honest. Satisfaction guaranteed. Okay. That's better. That's definitely like better reason. 1 year warranty included. Pretty average, to be honest. Like that's a very average warranty that you include. Fast services. How fast is it? Like that's relative, right? So is that like get it done in 1 day? Like wow, 1 day painting? Or is that like 1 or 2 days? Like you know what I mean? Like you can't just be vague and say, hey, it's fast or hey, it's really good. You need to actually specify like if you're saying it's a fast service, how fast is it? Is it 1 day guaranteed? Is it 2 days? You need to be very specific with what you're saying. And that says click below. Here they kind of drop the ball a little bit because they should tell you like click the button below, get a quote to request your free quote today and claim your 10% off discount. If that's what they were going to do, they said like, or like it wasn't really super clear in their call to action, or they should say like, give us a call at this number or click the button below to request your free quote. They could have done that as well. That would have been a stronger call to action. But call to action wasn't too bad. Also, let's just talk about like the image here. I find like there's a lot of vague generalities in this as well. So it says like #1 painting and drywall services in Ottawa. Like, why is it #1? Is it because of how long you've been in business? Is it because of your reviews? Because it says like done by a trusted and reliable company. Okay, well, like, how do I know? It's just very vague. Like they need to be a little bit more clear on exactly like why is that? Do they have like a ton of reviews? And by the way, they don't have a ton of reviews. So it's like what exactly are you getting at here? They need to be a little bit more clear of like why that's the case. Also, you guys hear me talk a lot about using original images instead of stock photos. So they could have literally just used this exact graphic, but if it was like actually a real image, like an original image and not a stock photo, I guarantee that it would perform a lot better, this ad, just because when people see an image like this, they know it's a stock image. And so overall, I would just say that like the graphic image of this is just lacking a lot of like proof and authenticity. And so basically, to sum up like this ad, the offer isn't really that attractive. That's actually going to get my attention and make me want to reach out. There's a lot of like talking in this, like, hey, we only have 10 spots left, and hey, we're the #1 painting service in Ottawa, and like, hey, like, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of like claims in here that aren't being substantiated. So like if they were to say we're the #1 in Ottawa because we have the most reviews, we have 65-star reviews or whatever, like there needs to be some kind of proof behind this. And so they don't even have an image of like a team behind here that's real. Like I said, the offer is not great. And there's just a lot of claims in here that aren't being backed up, right? And so anytime you make claims, you need to back those up with proof. and there's not a lot of that that's being done here. And so I think the main area things, like if they gave me this ad and I was going to change it, I would put a better offer that's value driven instead of the 10% off. I would do this week only, but I would say like, hey, it's ending at this time, this date. And then I would change the image of this ad and I would make it something super authentic with like a picture of the actual painting team. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. You can comment. Hope you found it helpful. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and share it with someone that you think would also enjoy it too. Thank you.